everybody doing? Thanks for being here. I'm Big Cheds. Most of you probably know me from Twitter, where I am Big Cheds, and this is part of the Quick Market Update series on YouTube. These are about 10-15 minute updates. I do a full market report twice a week at Bitcoin Live, where I'm a founding analyst with the best team in the world that studies crypto. I teach professional technical analysis, Japanese candlestick theory, and classical charting. Check out the Masterclass tutorial playlist. I've published 3 books. 4th one's on the way. Most of the books are free in one form or another on my various channels. So folks, say hi in the chat. It's great to be here. Let me know where you're from. If you have a question, perhaps I can try to address it, or a chart request, may be able to get to it, but we'll see. These videos, these updates tend to go pretty quickly. So let's take a look here at Bitcoin. I've got the 4-hour chart up. There's an interesting question just before I started, and someone said, hey, Cheds, did we hold the critical level? I mean, I'm not from the future. We're literally testing it right now. So what do you mean, did we hold? I mean, the battle is afoot. I mean, it's happening right now. We've talked a lot about how the weekly time frame has been really strong, and we've been priced above a rising EMA 8. We're throwing back or testing it right now, and how we've been consolidating near the range of the prior move after breaking out of 72K. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. There are a lot of different things I could talk about, and I've been covering them. And for example, how the MA50 doesn't matter. Losing the simple MA50 equal weight, it really doesn't matter as long as the price holds well-established demand zone, which is 91, 92K. After breaking out, we held it at the end of November. This big old high wave candle in December with volume, nice response again here, nice response. So the price is back to a really, really critical level. And even me, who's been giving bulls the benefit of the doubt pretty much no matter what, I've said if it loses this level, then I'm going to rethink things. But until that happens, I'm going to go with the trend. And my orientation, my trade approach, my teaching style is going to be with the trend. So as long as the price holds this level, bulls are in pretty good shape. And we'll see. We'll cross that bridge if and when it gets down there. So the weekly trend is strong. We're holding EMA 8. We're trading near the top of the range. The daily trend is still quite decent, certainly as long as it holds this level that's held for over a month. Every time it's tested, bulls have stepped in and defended. And I think it's actually proper to be in a lower time frame now because we're at a key level. That's the rule in classical charting. You want to be at a lower time frame when the price is testing a key level. I sip of my coffee here, and again, happy day to you folks. Before I go off in too much of a tangent, let me say hi to the chat room, Zach and Tracy. Or Zach Tracy, ETH BTC chart looks interesting. In what sense interesting? I mean, if you like downtrends, if you're into bad charts, yeah, it's interesting. It's just a really bad chart. It shows that Ethereum is weak compared to Bitcoin. And people really want to call a bottom on this, but there's not there. It's not happening. You really need to start flipping 0.04, bare minimum, before you start to get interested. Until then, just assume this is going to roll over and continue down, and Bitcoin will continue to outperform, Ethereum. So I don't know what you mean it looks interesting. This doesn't look interesting to me because I don't like bad charts, right? I get repulsed, actually, at bad charts. I want to find strong charts. I want to ride uptrends. You know how it goes. Fitness Mensch, hi from Switzerland. Good to see you. East Coast, Flamin' Gaming, Satoshi River, Zool, Cyrus, Dan, Andrew, a bunch of folks. Nice to see your names again. Let me just riff a little bit, and then I'll check in with the chat for questions. Looks like we've got some questions brewing, some good questions. So here we go. First tweet, critical level, fresh 4H lows with price now testing key daily demand zone. Why is it a demand zone? Well, this is where people have said, I want to buy Bitcoin, right? Since late November. Every time the price has visited this area, it's responded. That's a demand zone. We talked about that. Managing your emotions is a lot harder than learning how to read charts or financial statements. Absolutely right. And it's one of those things where we can get really excited up here. We can get really bearish, at the bottom. We can enter a trade and we can be on a hot streak, and then we start making mistakes. Or we can convince ourselves that we're on a losing streak, and that losing streak can continue, and it'll be a self-fulfilling prophecy. Controlling your emotions is a really, really critical part of being a trader. I'm actually working on that section in the Trading Journal book right now. Book 4, stay calm. Otherwise, you're probably going to make a mistake you'll regret later. You want to have studied the chart. It doesn't matter whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's OM, it's Dogecoin, whatever you're looking at, you've studied it, you've listened to the price, and you've identified key levels. So when the price gets there, you go to work. You don't freak out. You stay patient because you've had a plan. And the only reason to panic is because you don't have a plan. And if you're panicking and you don't have a plan, then do nothing. Don't do anything. You should only move with conviction. So, and it should be noted, this is interesting. So if this is the top for Bitcoin, right, it would be the first time without any meaningful volume, high time frame, HTF high time frame since 2014. I was looking at that. I'm like, a lot of people calling top, but like, where's the volume? You zoom out. This is kind of meandering volume, continuation, chilling out volume. Look at this nice volume spikes we had in these bottoms. And the volume spikes here, cluster volume spike near the peaks in 2021. I mean, this would be the first time, since 2014 that we would have, look at this, where's the volume, right? This would be the first time we would have topped off since 2014 without volume. So it just kind of makes me skeptical that the quote-unquote top is in, And you don't need to think in terms of that way anyway. You don't need to declare when the top is. You don't need to, there's not a test. You're not in school and you're required to answer like a test. Is the top in or not? No, you can just continue to trade level to level. You can continue to mark up the price as it interacts with key levels. And that's pretty straightforward. So let's jump back into the chat room. Zool says, Cheds, I know you and Bob. Bob's my colleague at Bitcoin Live. He's fantastic. You have different opinions. Any comment on his latest tweet? Not really. I mean, I'm not a cycle guy, right? Like, and Bob's probably a better trader than me, and that's great. And I love Bob. Bob's fantastic. But like, it's not my job to comment on other people's work. You know my approach. You know my style. I don't know what he's thinking. I don't even think that far. I don't think that far out. And you know that. I don't need to. We're at support. If it holds here, bulls should continue. If it drops below, I'm going to reassess. I'm very formulaic. I'm very methodical. It doesn't mean my approach is better. It's different. It's just what I do, how I trade, and how I teach Zool. So it doesn't, and for Bob to comment on my TA or Peter Brandt, like it's not, there's no value in that because I wouldn't comment on their stuff. They wouldn't comment on mine because it's a different method. It's a different approach. I think that's the value you get at Bitcoin Live is you get different approaches. We don't get together and decide what to say, Zool, right? We do our own thing. Ashik, David, good to see you. Carl says we're going down like a submarine. Are we? Like, really? Wow, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're really. Woo, look at that. We're really heading down like a submarine. I don't know. I don't know what people want. I don't know what people expect the price to do, expect a trend to do, right? You can't just go up straight up. Then you're going to have an epic collapse. You need to move, pause, consolidate, and then continue. It's just how this works. And we've been doing this for a long time. I know I haven't been doing Twitter. I haven't been doing YouTubes as much, but I've got the tutorials. You know what's up. Let's see what everyone else had to say. Hello from Pakistan. What's going on? Good morning. Appreciate you as well. Satoshi from Warsaw. What's up, Satosh? Brandt is calling for Head and Shoulders. Well, whatever. It doesn't matter. I first of all, I did a whole couple YouTubes on this earlier. It doesn't matter what you call this. It's not a Head and Shoulders until it breaks down. It's got to break the neck baseline. That also means if you're calling it a Head and Shoulders, you have to take a long on right shoulder invalidation above 99.5 or 100K. You don't need to call this anything to know that if the price loses 91, 92K, it's going to drop a bit lower. It's going to be a kind of a blow to the medium-term trend. You don't need to label this. I don't care who's calling this what. That gives you no advantage. It literally gives you no advantage to add a name to this. And I riffed in this last week. Like, did you not watch my videos last week, man? East Coast Band, did you not watch my videos like a few days ago? I went off on this topic. It gives you absolutely zero advantage to add a name to this. Just identify the level and play it. I don't care who's calling what anything. It means nothing to me. Even my dear friend Peter Brandt, who's like a visionary, who's like to me is like a genius. It doesn't. You don't have to call this a pattern to identify a key level. Play the key level, right? XRP's right there at a key level too. This is a great point. Someone asked me about XRP. I almost tweeted it out. I didn't want to, tweet out too many things all at once earlier today, but it's testing right where it needs to hold. Bulls have stepped in, right, time and again since the breakout here. And so you want to see $2 hold, $197, $2 area hold. That's super important. Is this a Bart Simpson, says Frontier Pioneer? Is what a Bart Simpson? What is a Bart Simpson? You're talking about what's called a tower top. Okay? You have a move up in a tower top. You have a move up, large bodies, and then usually have a bunch of smaller candle bodies. Could be TriStar Doji, could be anything. A series of small bodies and then a big move down. That's called Bart Simpson. It's actually a tower. That would be a tower top. I don't see that anywhere here. There's no tower top. And again, what does adding a name gives you? Zilch. Adding a name to this gives you zero advantage. It tells you nothing. It gives you nothing. It makes you feel good, but it does absolutely nothing. Bulls need to hold here. Price is testing support. Initial bounce right now. We'll see if there's follow through. You've got a very local declining, a local supply trend here as well. Falling supply trend. You can kind of visualize that. So you could even use a 2-level filter and take a local long there. I mean, look, it's a bullish situation where we're testing support. If it drops below here, you can reassess. You don't need to add a name. It's driving me crazy. People are like, so-and-so, somebody's calling it this, you're calling it that. The name is not helpful. It does nothing for you. M. Gross, why do you always assume everyone watches every single one of your videos? Because I assume you're a responsible person. If you're risking money, why would you not be watching my videos? I think I have, without a doubt, the best free alpha on YouTube. And I think I'm one of the best in the world who studies Bitcoin. And I do it free all the time on social media. Why would you not watch every single one of my videos? Right? Why? That's why I assume you watch it. Because I put it out there, and I assume you're putting in the same amount of work I am. And I assume you're taking this craft seriously, and you're respecting your money. Why would you literally, I don't understand. Why would you, I don't fathom why you would not watch every single one of the videos I put out. Given the time I have in this game, my track record, and what I'm trying to do. Zach says unsubbed. Okay. Well, I'm here, brother. I'm here for you. If you come back, whatever. I love you either way. So that's my thought on that. You really just need to watch this key level. That's all that matters. You don't need to add a label. You don't need to add, it doesn't give you any advantage. But if you're going to call it a head and shoulders, again, watch neck baseline and watch that invalidation level on the right shoulder. Coco says you're the best. Thank you. Arizona TV, spitting facts. Thank you. Appreciate that, Daniel. So, folks, thank you so much for hanging out here. This is one of my quick market updates. It's in the quick market update series on my YouTube. You're going to want to make sure you've watched the Masterclass technical analysis tutorials. I really think it's crazy that you would trade and risk money without having watched these Masterclass tutorials. I'll have another one coming up. In a few months, I'm planning the next one. I've published 3 books, fourth one on the way. Most of my books are free in one form or another on my various channels, YouTube, at Twitter. I've got basically the trading quote book has been put out for free. So check out that and check out Bitcoin Live, where I do a twice a week full market update. So, folks, I know these are really quick. There's some more questions in the chat. I cannot get to everyone, but thank you for being here so far. Nice little response. We shall see if it continues. Again, I talked about that local descending supply trend break. You want to see if you get a break of that and then the lower high break there. But most importantly is going to be the local demand zone, 91, 92K. So stay laser focused on that. And I appreciate you folks very much. So, and Amini says downloading every video and adding notes. That's the way to do it. I literally teach professional technical analysis, and I try to make it simple for you. So I recommend you watch every video. Please sub. Leave a comment and let me know how you're doing. Even if you don't like it, leave a comment and let me know why. So thank you folks so much. I hope everybody's doing well. And today's Monday. I'll do another one tomorrow. And I will see you then. Big Cheds out. Take care, everybody. Happy New Year's. Cheds loves ya.